Hello, it's Mark Lanier with your video thought for the day. Well, this week I'm really excited about the video thoughts that we're going to talk about because I'm spending time in the small letter of the New Testament called 1 John, but with a purpose. And the purpose is this: how do we know if someone is a Christian, a follower of Christ, someone who's said, I'm going to make Jesus Christ the Lord of my life? How do we know if someone's a Christian? And John gives us multiple answers to that in that letter called 1 John, and we'll look at one each day this week. We're starting with the very first one that comes out of the first chapter, the 7th verse. And that's where John says, whoever abides, or says he or she abides, in Christ, ought to walk in the same way in which he walked. So if I'm going to say I am a Christian, that I abide in Christ, then evidence of that's going to be in whether or not I walk the way Jesus walked. Now that's not referencing left foot, right foot, straight shoulders, slumped shoulders, none of that. Walking in the way Jesus walked is a way of saying living and modeling our life after the life of Christ. So what does the Bible tell us about the life of Christ? It doesn't go into great detail about his dietary habits. It doesn't go into great detail about his education, his formal education. It doesn't go into great detail about, as a carpenter, how he went about cutting trees or making logs, lumber, or putting together and building something. What we have are stories about his teachings. We have stories of how he treated people. We have stories about his love and compassion. And those are things that it's easy for me to want to try to model. I should be reading the teachings of Jesus to understand what he found to be important. His Sermon on the Mount in Matthew teaches me profound things. We've used a lot of that in the video thoughts for the day. But I need to hold on today. If I want to say that I abide in Christ, I need to listen to his teachings about the importance of paying attention to the least among people. I need to model his behavior where he cares about the outcast, the poorer people of society, those who suffer under a weight of oppression, those who don't seem to get treated fairly by the haves. Jesus was a frequent hanger-outer of the have-nots. Jesus hung out with people that the social elite deemed unworthy of attention. In fact, if you want to find the only times Jesus really seems to be expressing an anger, it's with people who are abusing others. Money changers in the temple, other folks like that, people who arrogantly assume a self-righteous attitude before God. Jesus modeled what the Bible teaches about God caring for the humble and lifting them up and standing against the proud. And so if I'm going to say I am a Christian, my life needs to show it by the way I walk. I should be modeling my walk after Christ. And I'm going to try and do that today. I hope you will as well. And then join me again tomorrow for more on how to tell if I or anyone else is a Christian.